Hi everyone, welcome back to 1707 channel. Today I'll show you how to mount up the rack for your tires in your garage. The rack that I got today was from Canadian Tires and it was for about $40, and this is the width that it carries. This is what they mean by width, like all this little area from the tires. It covers about 28.5 centimeters for the tires. Now for the things that we got to do this, well, first thing we got was like a tiny little stud finder. First you have to find the studs to be able to put your uh, screws in. And it says here that you have to drill a hole that is even longer than the screw that you're going to put in, or else it will actually chip off and it will break. So you have to put it in, so you have to drill in a big hole. Here, this is the little edge that I used for the drill, which is this one right here. You realize that it is actually longer than the screws, so you can drill a hole that's longer than the screws, so they don't actually chip off, and you can like find the studs pretty easily. Here they give you actually more than only 3 in the package. Well, where the other ones, well, we actually already put them into we already installed them. Next thing we used was a drill. This is, well, essential, obviously, because you have to drill a hole in the wall. Can't do that manually. And we got the 1/2 inch like holder, so we can put in the screw and screw it in. Here, these are the requirements for it, and it actually fits in pretty nice, but because I was working with one hand only, I couldn't, manipulate it to put it in. And yeah, that's me just struggling trying to put it in. And that's one of the rack, like that's 1/2 of the rack. The other half, well, we'll put it on the other side. And I'm pretty sure that if you're in a garage in Canada and you have your garage, the studs in the garage will be about at the same alignment as those little tiny paintings on the wall. So you're gonna want to obviously double check, but most probably the studs will be on those paintings. So as you can see, what we did is that we put them in. And also it's very important to use a sort of a little, just an alignment so that your rack is actually straight and not little bent or curvy. The one that I got was a laser, so it'd be easier. It actually sticks to the wall pretty nice, and you can see the laser, so it shows you pretty nice. And also the stud finder, which is pretty obvious. You have a stud finder. This one was a stud finder with like that little water alignment thing. And this is the rest of the rack that we're gonna actually put in. You have to assemble it a little bit before you can actually put it in. And that's what it would look like after you've screwed on after you screwed it together and screwed it to the wall. That's one of them. As I said before, we're gonna put the other one in after. And yeah, you have to actually put in that little it's kind of like a support so it doesn't fall off the sides. It's pretty sturdy, as you can see. Alright, so after you found your studs, you want to make sure that you do your 3 holes. I've done one of them right here. As you can see, it goes in and out pretty well. Now we're going to do the second one. Might want to push the drill in just a little bit, because if you just stay like that, it will just stay stationary. You won't be making any progress. So you might want to push it in just a little bit, not too much though, just so it goes in. There we go. And the third one. There we go. All right, after you've done your holes and you've made sure that you actually did them, you want to screw these screws in. I want to make sure to not actually screw it in too much, because if ever anything goes wrong, you don't want to have already screwed it in all the way. And anyways, the screw, after a little tiny while, it will stop screwing in, and you will actually have to do it manually. So yeah, yeah, exactly. As you can see, we couldn't push it in anymore. We eventually had to do it manually. You have to be pretty strong, as it's pretty tiring, actually. All right, next thing, you're gonna want to look into your manual. So, in the user manual, to determine where you're gonna put the two poles that are gonna support your tire. So, according to the diameter of your tire, which is, well, from one end of the tire to the other, as you can see right there, from one end to the other, that's the diameter. According to that, you're going to actually measure it, and according to that, you're going to put in the holes for your pole. So if it's from 30 to 40, you're going to put it from A to C, and if it's from 66 to 76, you're going to be from B and E. That's how big our tires were. So that's what we're going to do right here. What am I going to actually put in these holes, you might ask? Well, you're going to put in that pole. You're going to put in two poles. So according to the width of your diameter of your tire, you're going to put them in different holes. We're going to put them in B and E, which is the second one and the last one. All right, next thing, once you've put the first one in, we're going to show you the mechanism of how it actually goes in. So it's actually two little poles that go one inside the other, and they slide back and forth on top of each other. This is how you're going to put the screw in. You're going to put it from one end, and it actually fits nicely into the pole from the other end. You're going to screw it in, and that's going to make it sturdy from one side, and then but you actually have to hold it the physical pole, so then you're not just turning the screw for nothing. So when everything's said and done, this is how your rack should look like if you have done it correctly. Obviously it's very, very sturdy. We tried to push it down, move it around, it wouldn't budge. It was very sturdy and solid. One thing that I would like to show you, which you might like, is sort of like a tiny little cover for your tires. This was at Costco for $39, and it had $10 off, so it was pretty nice. This is how the cover looked like. It was a nice cat cover, and that's me just trying to open it. It was just tiny little, like, with the Velcro, like slick slack type of thing. And once you open it up, you can actually just wrap it around your tires like so. We've already done two right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.